The handoff to Johnson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
It's complete to the right. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Wants to adjust the pattern. Takes it from the gun on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll start this drive firing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Clemson is quick to the line. From the gun on third down. Pocket breaking down. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Complete to the right. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
After another clutch third down conversion, it's 1st and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Field shrinks, tight end. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere. On that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Connection to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense not. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To the air on second down. Got his man. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A little release to the back. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Davidson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Might have a chance. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Running the red zone, it's Johnson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Tigers! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. The option look. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers in. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Complete. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. And he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clemson is quick to the line.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he got smacked just as he released. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking to throw for it. Hauls it in. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. On target. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On third down, he drops to throw. Under fire. Being chased. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse